You know, last week, and this we've been going around this circle type thing where we're looking at planning, job analysis, job design, and we can go overhead on that, Ross. Planning, job analysis, job design. We went through the selection and recruitment. Now we've been focusing some on the training, development, and socialization, and then we'll be moving over to the performance appraisal. And then following week, we'll be talking about compensation and reward. It was interesting, and I know that Mike's going to do his report on the ROI, but I just saw this quote last week. Studies have shown that as little as 8 to 12% of those who attend training translate new skills and knowledge into measurable performance improvement or business results. 8 or 12%. If you look at a lot of the costs in sending people off for training itself, I brought several brochures here. You're talking about several $1,000s. It's just this particular conference here, I think it was around a couple $1,000s to go to that. So if you're looking at 8 or 12%. Is that true? I know, Susan, you've been away. Were you in training?
Yeah. I would like those numbers.
So if you look at your training that you received, would you be able to translate more than 8 and 12% to your work environment or to your job?
I think so. I think part of it's hard to measure when it was a refresher, when you think you knew what you knew, but you just don't apply it. So part of the training is how much you knew, and then part of it's new information. So I'm not sure which of that 8 to 12 I would apply.
Well, Tom, you went a couple of weeks ago to training for Train the Trainer, didn't you? Didn't that sound...
That's correct.
Do you think that you're going to be able to incorporate more than 8 to 12% of the costs to your company on return?
I think so. A little different situation. I would be able to compare the cost of having instructors come in from a long distance and paying their per diem rate and their expenses, and I have to deliver this training approximately 7 times to 7 different groups of people. So I think we can recover the cost very well, so the return's going to be pretty nice. Whether or not we can actually show an improvement in customer service, which is the subject of the training, remains to be seen. We've got too many evaluations floating around out there right now, so it'll be hard to narrow down whether or not any increase in customer satisfaction would be due to the training.
Yeah, and I think that's the problem, is that we really don't look and analyze this very closely, and we should. Perhaps that would further support the HRD components. You know, one thing we kind of focused on last week, we were talking about training and development itself. And training, we talked about, is the process of providing employees with specific skills or helping them correct deficiencies in their performance, where development was an effort to provide employees with abilities that the organization will need in the future. And that's where you look at HRD, and obviously you can't do one, or you could probably, but to a certain degree, this winds together. It's hard to even sometimes even separate between training and development. For example, Susan, what you went on, was that more training or more development?
It was more training.
More
it was
training.
geared
Okay.
to enhance management skills.
And if you look at, we did a fast comparison last time we met on training. Again, the focus is mainly on your current job. If you're looking at training, where development's more or less the current and future jobs, the scope is individual employees, the development is more work group or organization, time frame immediate versus development long term, goal fix current skill deficit, and then development mainly prepare for the future demands.